She stood on the platform, hands tied, jaw firm, refusing to plead. Yet a whisper escaped her lips, soft but certain. "You'll regret choosing me." Even she was surprised. Below, the man studied her, taking in the bruises she bore openly, the fire she refused to snuff. Then he smiled slowly, deliberately. "I already regret waiting this long. You won't get another chance." A pause hung over the square. Confusion, not. Laughter answered. They weren't sure they'd heard right. Eliza Reed had learned early that fear made noise. Silence, chosen, could be armor. She wrapped herself in it as the auctioneer's voice sliced the morning like a slow verdict. She was 23, but the desert had aged her beyond years. Her wrists burned where the rope bit. Bare feet blistered on the hot wood. Dust clung to her torn gray dress, stiff with old blood from a night she fought back and lost. The men crowded the square like vultures sensing profit, leaning in, calculating her worth without meeting her gaze. The auctioneer rattled off debts and contracts, words turning flesh into property. He grabbed her chin. She jerked back. Laughter rippled. She didn't flinch. She memorized faces, tracing each as she waited. Bidding began. Numbers fell, scraping her chest with each call. She didn't cry. She couldn't. A voice cut through the morning haze. Low.com, unwavering, $1. The square erupted. The man stood tall at the edge of the crowd. Plain clothes, worn boots, steady as a fence post. The auctioneer scoffed. "That's not a bid." "It is," you asked. The man replied. Another protested. Rules argued. He didn't raise his voice. "I'll take the contract." $1. Silence followed, heavy and slow. Then, when he met her gaze, words fell, soft, firm, freeing. Free her. Even the wind seemed to pause. The auctioneer blinked. "That's not legal." "It is." A silver dollar flashed in the sun. "Do we have a deal?" Hesitation, signatures, and then the contract tore in two. Her breath caught. He climbed the platform slowly, deliberately, and asked permission to untie her. "May I?" No one had asked her that in years. She nodded. Hands free, trembling, she flexed her fingers, relearning motion. "Woke," he said. "Don't look back." She did. Through the parted crowd, past whispers and stares, she stepped down into freedom. He fell into step beside her, close enough to shield, far enough to respect. Her knees buckled at the square's edge. She caught herself on a post. Why? He looked past the town to the endless red desert. "I don't want anything," he said simply. She laughed, bitter. "Men don't do things like that for nothing. I had a sister," he said. That was all. Years ago, she was gone. By the time he found her, too late. Seeing Eliza that morning, he wouldn't be late again. Her ranch awaited, humble and honest. A small room, a locked door, water, bread, coffee. Sleep came hard and dream-filled. Days passed in quiet rhythm. Thomas taught without demanding. Eliza worked without fear of control. But danger lingered. Riders, men chasing debts and paper, always returned. Lisa learned to move unseen, to wait, to endure. And Thomas was there, steady, silent, always careful, never overstepping. Then came Rosa Girl Stola, desperate. Elisa attended her, whispered truths, guided her through the night. When hunters returned, Elisa faced them, strong, sharp, prepared. With Thomas, they drove the men back, defending not just land, but choice, freedom, and life. Weeks, months passed. Healing was quiet, slow. The desert stretched, relentless and honest. Small rituals stitched days together. Coffee, bread, work, beans climbing. Fences repaired. They did not rush love. They respected it. And in those quiet mornings, silver and wildflowers reminded them of choices made, of courage, of worth. Every day, A piece of peace. Years later, the story of Eliza Reed spread beyond Mercy Wells. Flourishes added. Liberties taken but truth remained theirs. Love had been chosen. Every morning, every hot night. Not saved, not owned, but claimed freely. Finally, and when dawn broke again over the desert, two figures stood, hands warm around coffee, eyes meeting in quiet certainty. "You still think I'd regret choosing you?" he asked. "No," she smiled. "We just regret waiting." The desert stretched wide, endless, patient on day. At last, we're awake, together, free and fully their own.